Hey, hello everyone. Victor Momo from Excel Moments here, and I want to talk briefly about MROUND function, which is a function I love so much. The M, I'll take a guess, stands for multiple. It's a guess, but it's most likely right. So the MROUND function helps you to round a number to the desired multiple. Okay, so it has two arguments essentially: the number and the multiple you want to round it to. Okay, so MROUND could either round up or round down depending on where the value falls on the number line and proximity to either the lower band or the higher band. It sounds like English right now. I'll make it very clear as we go ahead. Two things to note. Okay, I'll take the second one first. The number and the multiple must have the same sign. So if you're rounding a negative number, your multiple should be a negative number. Okay, now the second one just talks about the direction in which MROUND goes when that value is at the midpoint. Let me give you an example. If you want to round 250 to the nearest multiple of 100, okay, it's 200 or 300, right? Those are the multiples of 100. Now you can see it's midway. It's 50 from 200 is 50 from 300. So MROUND rounds away from 0. So it means MROUND is going to give you 300. So that's how it's supposed to work. There are a few exceptions. I'll call it a bug or a glitch. You can see that in the official documentation, but yeah, let's leave it at this, for now. So just one or two examples, so you take like 1, 1, 2, 3. So what I've just done here is put numbers, multiples, and the result here. Okay, so the simple formula here is just rounding this number, to the nearest multiple of what you have in column C. So 1, 1, 2, 3. If you're rounding to a multiple of 100, it's either 1100 or 1200. It's closer to 1100, so it does a round down. Here, it does a round up, right? Because it could either go to 11,000 or 12,000. That's that. And this ties to the second point you saw on the first sheet there. When you have a negative number and a positive multiple, because they are not the same sign, you have the hash num error. Okay, you should also note that you can round to as in decimal multiples. They don't have to be whole numbers. So take for example 0.1. Okay, so if you want to round 2.07, it's either it goes to 2.1 or it goes to 2.0. But 2.07 is closer to 2.1, so you get 2.1. If I change this to 2.04, this should give me 2 instead. Okay, so you can see it now does a round down. Now, just take these two examples. Say you wanted to put, the cost of maybe items that you are selling and people had to pay physically for it. If you don't have like a 1 cent coin or, a 2 cent coin, then your prices have to be scaled to what people can pay for. So let's just take a fictitious example. A dime, I know I used to hear that growing up. Like, I ain't got a dime. I used to think it meant I ain't got anything. But I'm like, okay, if a dime is 10 cents, then you got something really. Okay. But that's just a joke. So if you wanted to round to the nearest dime, meaning you're rounding to the nearest 0.1, right? Then 2.75 will become 0.1. And if you had 3.03 and wanted to round to the nearest nickel, which is saying you're rounding to 5 cents. That's why we have a 0.05 here. It will give you 3.05. So those are cases where maybe you can use it. Okay, so rounding maybe based on the currency units that you have. One way I use it a lot is really when I'm dealing with sample data, when I'm creating sample data for training. And I want to create a column that maybe is salary or population, for example. I could use round between, for example. I could use round between or round array. Let me use round between here, just. Okay, so round between, and I want to create salaries between, say, 10,000. Let's say they end between 10,000 and 50,000. Okay, and I do something like this. Okay, so it gives me all these salaries. But when I look at the numbers, they don't look like salaries. Salaries feel like they should be rounded, maybe to the nearest 100 or 1,000. So what I just do is I just modify, right? And I kind of put an MROUND around it. Okay, and after the MROUND, I could round it to the nearest maybe 1,000, for example, or 100. It definitely looks, now it kind of looks more like what salaries should look like. Oh, this person earns 28,000 annually and all of that. So that's one way I use it most times when I create sample data. So fuse it with the round between or the round array. Okay, so I'm just going to show a few examples here using times, because this is one interesting one I kind of like. So just doing it in multiple ways. So say we have all these times and we want to round them to the nearest R. How do we go about doing that? So this means that this should become 4 a.m. This should go to 8 p.m. This should become 1 p.m. because we are rounding to the nearest R. What you need to know first of all is that You know, the way Excel calculates its times and its days. These things are fractions of a day. So in a day, you have 24 hours. So 1 hour is 1 over 24, right? Okay. So that's, sorry, 1 over 24. So why is this formatted as, okay? So yeah, so now it's a number, okay? So if you're rounding to the multiple of 1 over 24, that's definitely an R, you know, round. It means you're rounding to the nearest R because this is, you know, an R, right? So if I wanted to round this, I would just do MROUND. I'll select the number and my multiple, I do 1 over 24. I call this the high school math method because I'm just doing, you know, the raw thing, the way it should be done. Okay, and that's it. Simple. Now I could also use the time function to do it. So I could say MROUND, right? Same thing. Now I bring in the time function because the time needs 3 arguments, the hour, the minute, and the second. So all I need is to say time is 1 hour. I can skip the other 2, but for completeness, I do 0, 0. Right, and you see I have the same thing. And the last one is you can use a string for the time. So I do MROUND still, right? And here you can just write it as a time. You put it in double quotes and then you say 1, 0, 0. This is 1 hour. Okay, so to the nearest 1 hour, and you still have the same thing. Okay, so same concept I'm going to apply in the next example, which deals with, you know, time in minutes. So you can see these very interesting times, you know, all around here. Okay, I think I need to change this. I want to change this to 30. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to round it to the nearest X minutes. Maybe I start with 5. So I want to round it to the nearest 5 minutes because maybe, oh, in the world where I live in, you know, we work with like 11 o'clock, 11:05, 11:10. So I want to round up all these times or round them depending on, you know, the direction, down or up. So now, how do I do it using the high school maths method? Same thing too. You know that in a day I have 24 hours, and in terms of minutes, it means I have 24 times 60 minutes, 1,440 minutes. So every minute, you know, it's like 1 over 1440. So that's your multiple, right? So if I wanted to do the high school maths method, I would do MROUND. I'll select the number, okay, and then this would be, you know, I would just want to tie into this cell so that when I change it, my value changes. And I divide this by 1440, which is 24 times 60. And this rounds it to the nearest 5 minutes for me. So you can see this becomes 7:35, you know, and here, look at what happens here. Because this is a midpoint, you know, when you're at 10:52, 30 seconds, it means you're 2 minutes 30 seconds from 10:50, you're 2 minutes 30 seconds from 10:55. So you're exactly midway. So MROUND rounds up. That's why this goes to 10:55. But you can see that when it's 29, when it's less than half, you know, it goes to 10:50. So let's do the same thing with the time function. Time, so we'll select this. Here, I'm also going to use time. Now I'm going to skip the R, right, because I don't need the R. The minute, I just select the minute here, and then I put seconds at 0, okay? And that's that. And then the last one is the interesting one. Here, I'm going to use the string. So MROUND still. And now, normally if it was 5 minutes, I just need to write something that looks like this, right? So say 0:05, okay? So that's supposed to be my 5 minutes. So, or somebody could say, let's finish this first. Okay, so that's it, right? But now, because I want to tie into this cell, you know, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do 0 with the colon, and then I concatenate it with this cell. Okay, right? And then double click. Right, and you have the same thing. So if you change this to nearest 20 minutes, everybody should update and you are still fine. So just a few things here and there, you know, to show how MROUND works. And like I said, it's not a round up or round down function. It does, you know, the round up or round down depending on the value and where it falls within, you know, the number line pretty much. So I hope you like this video. Please do hit the like button, and I appreciate all who have subscribed to the channel. And those who haven't, please do go ahead, subscribe and share this video with friends. Thank you for watching. For now, I'm out.